Maxwell House Coffee presents Good News of 1940.
This is Edward Arnold, and on behalf of the makers of Maxwell House Coffee, I welcome you to another hour of good news brought to you from Hollywood. Starring Fanny, Brice, Connee, Boswell, Hanley, Stafford, Frank Travis, Benny Rubin, and Meredith Wilson with his orchestra. Tonight's guests of honor are William Gargan, who will present another of Damon Runyon's Joe Turp stories, and Miss Lola Lane, who, as all the world knows, is one of the charming Lane sisters who've been lending their talents to the Warner Brothers pictures. Now, our first number is a lively little novelty entitled Confucius Say. And unless Meredith Wilson wants to make a statement, I don't see why we shouldn't get started.
Got a statement, Ed.
Shoot.
The way I figure it, the music is more enjoyable if you have a little of the background.
Well, that's one way of looking at it, yes. Myself, I prefer just to shut my eyes while you're playing and dream about a nice cup of Maxwell House coffee.
Well, it wouldn't fit with this song, Ed. Here's my statement, as follows. The song, Confucius Say, is based upon the philosophy of the great Chinese thinker Confucius, who lived from 550 to 478 B.C. New paragraph. I don't know why the girl typed that in, too. Confucius was the father of Confucianism, which was popular during the Han Dynasty. Look up Dynasty. Oh, fiddle faddle. I'll have to replace that secretary.
Well, why don't you?
Well, I'm afraid Peggy wouldn't like it if I replaced the secretary. That's Mrs. Wilson.
What? Why, you poor man. You mean you can't even fire your secretary without hearing from your wife?
Well, it ain't so easy when your wife is your secretary.
Oh.
Now, leave me alone. I'm going to finish my statement.
All right. Is there much more?
No. The song Confucius Say was not written by Confucius. It was written by Carmen Lombardo and Cliff Friend. It is my earnest hope that these few remarks will make the number more enjoyable to all. Applause. Oh, nuts. I better play it.
Yeah, for heaven's sake, go ahead and play it, will you?
Years ago, a white man said,
very, very white man say,
very, very good things in his quiet way.
very, very good, highly, high low.
Very many years ago, a white man said,
Very, very white man say,
very many things that still hold good today.
very, very good today. Confucius say,
A boy, a girl, a moon, make wedding bell ring out in month of June.
Confucius say,
If girlie act too shy, boy never say good night, he say goodbye.
Yo hi ho,
What a funny thing,
yo hi ho.
it makes you dance and sing.
Confucius say,
When love comes, don't delay.
remember what Confucius said. Yo hi ho, what's a very funny thing? Yo hi ho, it makes you wanna dance and sing. Confucius say, when love comes, don't delay. So honey, hold me tight. Tonight, tonight. Remember what Confucius said.
Very good, Meredith. Very good.
Well, that's what I thought, too.
I wonder what Confucius thought.
Well, hello, Bill Gargan. Hi.
Hi, Bill.
Hello, boys. Hey, I want to tell you what happened to me last night driving in from Santa Monica. I was reading your autobiography yesterday afternoon, Eddie.
Yeah, thanks,
and I...
William. Lorenzo Goes to Hollywood, published by Liverite, $3.
Okay, it's pretty good, too. But, I was thinking last night that if I had to write my autobiography, I wouldn't have anything exciting to put in it. I'm just one of those guys that nothing ever happens to.
Something happened, Bill?
Well, wait till I tell you. I was driving in late last night, and I got to that place on Wilshire near the, what do you call it, the old soldiers' home. And just as I was going to turn...
You mean the north end of the home or the south end?
Oh, you know where San Vicente comes into Wilshire.
I see.
Yeah. The lights had just changed, and I was just starting into Wilshire when
That would be the south end of the old soldiers' home.
Yeah. I guess so. Anyway, just as I was starting, I saw a guy standing in front of me, and he thumbs me for a ride. Well, he looked okay, except he was wearing one of those deerstalker caps. So I stopped and let him in. But as soon as he got in the car, I noticed that's
the kind of a hat Sherlock Holmes wears, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, go ahead, Bill.
Thanks. Well, I noticed that the fellow had...
I didn't mean to interrupt.
The guy had 2 fingers missing.
Go ahead, Bill. Never mind Wilson. Go on.
Okay. We drove about a block, and
I didn't do anything.
We'd gone about a block when we passed up under a street lamp, and I saw the guy had a gun in his hand. Naturally, that made me a little nervous, I am now.
Was it a revolver?
No, pistol. He had his hand on it, too, so of course
The right hand?
Left hand! Just then we were coming into that lighted part of Wilshire, so I began looking for a...
Westwood!
Read it in my autobiography. I can't stand this, Eddie. The guy's nuts.
Now, really? Really? Meredith, you're certainly very trying,
Well, what did I do? I was just getting interested in the story.
Why don't you stick to music for a while? For instance, I know a lot of people who just love to hear Connee Boswell sing Scatterbrain, and Connee, I happen to be one of them.
Thank you, sir. Come on, Meredith, cheer up.
Well, I didn't do anything.
You're as pleasant as the morning and refreshing as the rain. Isn't it a pity that you're such a scatterbrain? When you smile, it's so delightful. When you talk, it's so insane. Still, it's charming chatter, scatterbrain. I know I'll end up at the play because there's nothing I can do. It's just the same as being in a hurricane. And though my life will be too hectic, I'm so in love with you. Nothing else can matter. You're my darling scatterbrain. You're as gay as New Year parties. You're as sweet as sugar cane. What a shame that you're a scatterbrain. When you dance, I think it's heaven, till about the third refrain. It's a shame that you're a scatterbrain. I'm much too athletic. I'm up that well-known tree. I've tried to understand your double talk in vain. So please forgive your critics, 'cause you mean so much to me. Nothing else can matter, my darling scatterbrain. It's a shame that you're a scatterbrain.
Fine, Connee, fine.